Hi, hello and welcome to Drive Spark, and look who we have here with us. Team TVS Racing and Aravind KP, the man himself, who's just back from the Dakar 2019. And just a little background, the Dakar is considered the world's toughest motorsport event, and the 2019 event with 5,000 kilometers over 10 days and then miles and miles of sand, around 80% sand?
70%.
70% sand, around 70% sand, is considered to be one of the toughest rallies yet. And here we have Aravind KP, who has successfully conquered the Dakar. The 2019 Dakar made him the only Indian to finish it this year and the second Indian to ever finish the rally. That should give you an idea of how tough this rally is. And today we get to talk to him. So let's go ahead and hear from the champ himself. So Aravind KP, it's only been 5 days since the Dakar 2019 ended. Has the adrenaline rush settled yet, or?
I can't really realize how the adrenaline rush has come down or no, but I'm kind of in a place where it's a mixture of jet lag and adrenaline. But yeah, I'm in a happy place for sure, and slowly trying to calm myself down and not be very fast over things, and trying to settle in.
Are you still after rally prep is going on, or?
No, after rally prep, is okay, is finished. But yeah, my mind is still on the rally and running like how it usually runs on the rally stages. But yeah, I'm slowly kind of coming back to real life now.
So this next question, you would have answered it a lot by now, but give it to our users as well, our viewers as well. How did you prepare for a rally of this scale?
You prepare the whole year round. You prepare a lot of aspects like physiological training, cycling, swimming, running, and gym, and mental training, focus training, cognitive exercises. A lot of things put together to keep it more fun and not very boring. So it's more of a way of life. It's not just a few months of training, but you train all year long. And this year my training was on point, and I went into the rally in a good shape.
Okay, what exactly were your thoughts when you hopped onto the RTR 450 and you thumbed the starter button and you put it into first gear at the start of the first stage?
There were many thoughts going in my head, but the most important thought which was in my head telling me was to just to understand how well I could feel my bike, and how well I could navigate, and how the whole thing is going to sync, because riding is one part and navigating is another one. So both has to sync, and then you have to feel good. Right. So I was just waiting and looking forward to see how it worked well, and how my flow would be, and how good I could do the first day.
Okay, what were your thoughts when you finished all the stages and then you finally popped it back into neutral, and the guys came to hold the bike and you got off the bike? What were your thoughts then?
I should say I felt really light and overwhelmed, because it was surreal. I couldn't believe with all the setbacks that I got, and I went in to Dakar with, I finished it the way I did, and it was a joyful moment, and I was relieved. I can say I was very, very relieved.
So what was different this time compared to the last two attempts that you had?
Nothing different. It's the same approach. Every time it's the same approach. It's we are instinctive racers, and that's what we do. The only thing which is different this time was that I kind of rode only 70% of my capacity, and yeah, just stayed safe, and I didn't really take any risks because I just wanted to finish the rally, and kept myself calm, and got to the finish line every day in good shape, and kept it going, kept it together.
No, that was actually my next question, because I've seen you riding, I've seen your riding style. It's more banzai and full throttle. You go all out everywhere you can. So my next question was, did you have to cut down on that a bit, change it a little, tweak it a little for this year?
Yeah, definitely. I had to tweak it a lot, not just a little, because I went in nursing injuries, so my hand was not 100%, so I couldn't risk it, and I still don't have complete power in my left hand. But other than that, it was just I just had to stay on the bike. I had to keep it on two wheels, not go down, and find a good rhythm. And I had to hold myself back in a few stages, but I think it is all for good, and it kind of came as a blessing in disguise, which is a good thing.
So, do you think you could be faster, a lot faster than you were this time?
Definitely. If I'm going in healthy, I definitely can be a lot faster than how I am.
What is your forte when it comes to terrains, different terrains? I know you could ride over anything on that bike, but what is your favorite terrain? The easiest?
The easiest for me is the sand and the dunes. I love the dunes a lot. I really have good speed on the dunes. Rocks are not my forte. I'm a little scared of rocks. So I would definitely prefer more sand dunes and peace than rocks.
Okay. What's the expectation for the next Dakar 2020?
Finish is the expectation. Going into the Dakar, I want to be in real good shape. Go in healthy, stay healthy all this year. Get as much as seat time possible, and be in good shape, like I said.
Okay. Quickly, best and worst moments of Dakar 2019.
Best moment, finishing. Worst moment
Few more moments. Come on, there should be more best moments than that.
Best moments, finishing is the best, topmost. I think from the second week I started feeling really good. I made a lot of passes, and I gained a lot of positions every day. So I think I started feeling really good from the second week. Passing a few fast guys is one of the best moments, I should say. And worst moment was when on the second day I didn't really have rear brakes for 260 kilometers of the stage. So it was a real struggle to get the bike back to the finish, with a lot of sand dunes remaining and a lot of bad terrain where rear brake was a real time need. And maybe on the fourth day I had a little issue with the road book. So I had to manually scroll the road book for when I had to navigate. So that was one of the bad moments. And I think on the penultimate day I had another small issue with the regulator, where I lost more than 20, 25, 30 minutes on the stage just to try and fix it. So other than that, I think everything was okay and everything was good. I can say the rest of the race was the whole race was the best moment.
So, if a young boy or girl is watching this video, which they would be,
yes,
and they plan to someday go into the Dakar, race in the Dakar, so what would you tell them? How do they start? Where do they go?
They have to start very young. There are a lot of programs conducted by TVS Racing, and there are a lot of tracks which has come up in India. We have facilities where you can get professional supervision and help you in the right direction to train in the right way, and give you a right atmosphere and give you all the needed knowledge to make it big. I think it's high time that you get yourself under supervision like that, and train hard and keep it together and explore what you can.
Okay. And finally, how about the bike? So what was different this year on the RTR 450 compared to last year, and what's gonna be up next for TVS Racing for 2020?
Regarding the bike, there was a lot of difference from the previous models. We had a shorter ratio gearbox this year, and we had a lot more power in the engine, because we had to climb really big and steep dunes, and the bike really needed a lot of power. So they upped it by a lot, and it kind of put 60 HP at the rear wheel. We had bigger tanks this year, because sand kind of consumes a lot more fuel than normal. So that is one of the difference. And we had lighter roadbook machines. Any weight which goes down on the bike is an advantage. So it helps you feel better on the bike, and the bike feels light. So these were the major differences that we had this year. Thanks to Prakasham, I had my mechanic who's worked really hard, who stayed in France all year long, probably more than me this year, and made sure my bike was on point every day. And I had a brand new bike going into the stage every day, and I had absolutely no problem with it. And my bike performed really well. And thanks to the whole team.
And changes for next year? Too early to say yet?
Now it's downtime, and I just want to stay back and see what we can do for how we can spend time for the next 2 weeks, and then think about what we have to work upon.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Thank you.
watching. Stay tuned with Drive Park for more reviews.